to my Q&A, and some of you may be wondering about this mascot and why he's my persona. Well, this little guy is the 2012 Olympics mascot. And you might be thinking, oh wait, Juan, are you British? No, I'm not a British. How dare you imply that? No, I just got this guy at the London airport when I stopped by there for a few hours back in 2012. And this guy has been with me ever since. And so that's why he's going to be my persona. And so I suppose we should start getting into the Q&A. The first question we're going to be talking about today is from Moon Prison Productions. Well, first of all, if you found this channel, you found this video, and you don't know who Moon Prison Productions is, go check them out. They're doing another Sailor Moon Abridged series, which is pretty good. You know, it might even be better than mine. You know what? It actually is better than mine because it does not rely on making an abomination and the character assassination of the original series. And after that self-deprecating comment out of the way, let's see their question. If you had to pick, who is your favorite character in the show? Of course, I'm assuming talking about Sailor Moon. And so, Sailor Moon, I would say, I'm gonna be honest, I've only seen the deck dub. I don't know if in the Viz dub or the original sub she's better or worse. But, Serena slash Uzaki. Because she's like literally me. She's like a failure in life, and like that's why I relate to her. But I also do like Luna a lot in the series because, at least in the Dyke though, because they give her like an old lady voice, you get the dynamic of Luna hating her mentee because her mentee is Serena slash Usagi, and of course, if you're in that situation, you would also hate your mentee. But yeah, that's my first question answered. Then I'm going to go to my second question from America8706. And here are three questions. The first one is going to be, what would 10-year-old me think of me now? 10-year-old me would be surprised and shocked and would not be expecting me to be doing this, especially about Sailor Moon. Because 10-year-old me would be angry I did not pursue archaeology. Second, shocked I want to pursue law enforcement. Third, be surprised I'm a YouTuber. I hate saying that, but that's true. I'm a YouTuber now. And that's sadly the truth. And yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of shock and disappointment from 10-year-old me, which is very well deserved. The second question from America8706. Do you ever talk to yourself? Okay, so when I'm alone, I do, what's the word? Think out loud. It's not that I talk to myself. It's more that I say my thoughts out loud. Especially when I'm watching TV, I yell at the TV. I just realized that's not as strange as I'm making it out to be. But yeah, no, like, if I'm alone, I just say my thoughts out loud. But not when I'm with people, because that looks like I'm a crazy person. And I'm not crazy. And I know that's like one of the things you should not say if you're not a crazy person, but you know, that's the truth. And then third, what's the next Q&A gonna be? That's a tough one. I might do like a 1-year anniversary for the Sailor Moon Abridged series. I might do like a Q&A when we get the first episode of the Battletech Abridged series, because the Battletech Abridged series, don't worry my fellow mech warriors, is coming. It is coming. Don't worry about it. Seriously, do not worry. And but maybe 100 subscribers, maybe 50, maybe 1,000 views on one video. That is not a YouTube short. I don't know. Who knows? I guess you'll find out in the future, unless you're from the future and you're watching this video and my other Q&A has cut out. So if that's the case, could you please let me know? That joke doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Then the final person that asked me a question is from Joe Pincus. Of course. Uh, Joe Pincus. First, okay, we got 5 questions here. First one, what inspired you to bring this into the world? I'm assuming the Bridge series. So, there's just so if you're familiar with the history of this channel, you're familiar that I originally started out with a Miraculous Ladybug Abridged series. And in the TV series Miraculous Ladybug, they had Joan of Arc. And I'm gonna, first of all, state Joan of Arc is my confirmation saint. And I did a lot of research about her back in the day. And so, like, I am very sensitive to portrayals about her. And I think show Ladybug got it completely wrong. Because in this series, Joan of Arc is no longer the zealous girl that that God literally told her to go and kill the English. No, she's like, I'm gonna fight for the English. And now, oh, the English dude is kind of hot. And you know, instead of being killed by the English and being a martyr, I just ran away and abandoned my country because we realized war is bad. Because Thomas Asterix is a dumb leftist. And that rage, that anger, fueled my Miraculous Ladybug Abridged series. And then if you have seen that Abridged series, you know that thing, like the Sailor Moon Abridged series, was jam-packed full of religious comedy. In part, because screw Thomas Asterix. Screw him. Like, seriously. No. Thomas, religion should be in kids' media. Children should learn about other faiths so they can be more tolerant. You know? Oh, I wonder why France has a huge anti-Semitism and Islamophobia problem. Oh yeah, France, it's like, no, we gotta be secular. We can't show religion to children because they might develop empathy and understanding of different people. Now we gotta do the same thing for queer people because, you know, that's a group we can be sympathetic and empathetic to. Don't take this as like, oh, I hate the queers. As one of the queers, I think we should be sympathetic and empathetic to everybody and learn that there are different people with different ways of practicing their faith and living, and so we can be tolerant of each other. Now that slides into my next one. What do you think about Calvinism? Well, I'm a Catholic. I'm a cradle, baptized Catholic, and of course, I believe in free will. And so, because of that, oh god, how do I phrase this without, you know, like... Time to get into my theology. I'm a Catholic, I believe in free will given to us by God. And of course, this clashes with Calvinist theology. And to that I say, Calvinists are wrong. Like, Calvinists are wrong. They can't sing joy to the world. God came to save all of us. He did not come to save the elect. It is like, no. This is like, no. Please, no. No. And no. And of course, that explains why Calvinist Amy is the way she is. Actually, that's not the reason why Calvinist Amy the way she is. Just her being a jerk was just funny. And now we get to our next 2 questions. What is your favorite early 2000s Christian song? Again, if you've seen the Sailor Moon Abridged series, Sailor Moon Dyke Abridged series, you know I'm sure you can guess which one it is. And if you can't, it's Jesus Freak by... If you can't guess, it's Jesus Freak by DC Talks. And if you haven't seen my series, or you haven't seen the full version of the song and only seen the intro version, go on, pause this video, go on YouTube, search up DC Talks, Jesus Freak, and you will have the time of your life because it is such a great song. It's just like the melody works, the lyrics works. It's like You know, like those corny, it's actually cool to be a Christian. It's actually punk to be a Christian songs. But like, if it was a great song, that's what Jesus Freak is. Because oh my god, you need to go there, and you need to listen, and you need to learn that people may call you a stranger because your best friend is a manger. And what will they do when they find out you're a Jesus Freak? You can't hide the truth. So after being DC Talk's strongest soldier, let's get to the final question. Oh wait, I forgot number 3. I'll just edit that in. Who is your favorite Sailor Scout in either the abridged or the actual show? I already answered the actual show one with Moon Prisms Reductions question. So the abridged one, I like all of. Here's the thing: it's like trying to choose which child is your favorite. You do have a big favorite one, but you love all of them. I love Sailor Mercury, like her just being a jerk, the biggest jerk ever. Because it makes like watching like canon Sailor Mercury even funnier for me and my fellow voice actor, who is my friend. Because we're like, oh, Amy's like, don't worry, my boyfriend. Don't worry, my boyfriend. Everything's gonna be okay. Free, you can choose what to do. Everything's gonna be awesome. Oh, Serena, my great friend. How are you? I'm gonna be so supportive of you. Oh, I'm gonna be the best person and nicest person ever. And then we have asshole Sailor Mercury who's like, oi, you papists are a bunch of goddamn devil worshippers, you dum-dums. We've got ultra Catholic Sailor Mars, who is just the best. Who is amazing. Not my favorite. I'm not gonna say who my favorite is until the end. And I love her so much. I love Sailor Jupiter. And I know people are gonna hate Sailor Jupiter because people hate Jews these days. But you know, that's all I'm gonna say about Jupiter. And then Sailor V. Sailor V. I think because she's the most recent one I've come up with a personality for. She's right now my favorite. Also, just the idea of a modern John Brown with a Valley Girl accent. And by modern John Brown, I actually do mean modern John Brown. I don't mean like the leftist atheistic version that divorces him from his, what we would consider today, Christian nationalist or Christian ideals about how the country should be run. I mean, like, what if John Brown was in the modern day and had a Valley Girl accent? Which, again, I do apologize to fans of all these characters for the character assassinations I shall commit. I do apologize in advance. It's funny. It's just so funny. And then finally, my favorite, Sailor Moon. And you may, oh, well, like, her thing, like, is that she's normal. I'm like, yes. In this series, we have done the opposite of the original anime, and we have made Sailor Moon, ironically despite her sexuality, the straight man of the group. She is the most normal person here, and I love writing her in that way. I love her being the only competent person on the team. And then, the 5th question. What have been your biggest inspirations for characters or themes in the abridged show? Well, there's this book called the Bible. Okay, seriously answering. Yeah, the Bible isn't a big inspiration, but the bigger inspiration is just religious people in general are just a huge inspiration for this series. And religious people I interact with in real life, online, I read about and all that, they provide great inspirations for this series. And it's not only that, but also like political stuff and like other things. And I'm not gonna lie, Lutheran satire was a big inspiration for the comedy in this series. But so are a bunch of other sources like Donny Soule and like Killing Experience and other great people that I do find funny. I think that is the Q&A in conclusion. Have a good day and stay alive, my peeps.